Justin Florio here from Patience and Consistency, and today, two things. Number one, I want to bring you a workout that almost everybody can do from their homes, and I am confident that most of these movements are doable for almost everyone, from young athletes to older adults, because I train everybody within that range, and they are all capable of doing it. But number two, I have a quick surprise for you before we start this video. In the last video, if you watched it, I had some pretty goofy looking hair, and today I decided, well, yesterday, I decided to cut it all off, and I am almost completely bald. Just wanted to put the hat on. This is actually a really cool Patience and Consistency hat that one of my clients got for me. But I just wanted to put the hat on just to give you that little quick surprise. I'm going to keep the hat off here. So today, like I said, it's a full body movement, full body workout that I think almost everybody can do. And of course, this will require some equipment. So today I want to incorporate maybe these hip circles if you have them at your house. You can buy them on Amazon. You probably get them by later this afternoon or tomorrow morning. And then some kind of resistance bands. And if you've never exercised before, I would go really late. They're called therapy bands. You'd get them if you went to physical therapy. And then for this, I would just do like one of the plastic bands that you can, and I will put the links down below in case you're interested in buying. But today what I want to start with is just trying to march in place. And if you don't feel comfortable balance-wise, that's okay. Just hold on to a chair in front of you or on the side of you just for something to give you a little bit more balance. And today I want to start off with 10 of these. Just trying to march the knees. Think about bracing your stomach. Think about breathing just to warm up the hips and the hip flexors. This is a great way to just start getting your cardiovascular system going. From here, what I want to do, try to go arms up to the side, if that feels okay. And then we're just going to go for 10 of these, just to work the shoulders in this range of motion. No weights at all. It's a great way to warm up that shoulder complex. Again, we'll go for 10 of these. Almost everything that we run through today will be about 10 reps. Exercise is such a beautiful thing, and you know, this could be a great warm-up for someone. This could be a great workout for someone. Everybody's at their own level, so don't feel frustrated if you're doing something that someone else is using as a warm-up. Good. When we are finished with 10 of these, what I want to do, if you have some kind of a bench or a couch, I want to use this to start stretching out the body. So from here, I want to go 1 foot up onto the bench. You'll notice, or maybe, hopefully you'll see, both toes are pointing straight and just a little reach forward. Really feel that stretch in the back of your legs. You know, with a lot of things that we do, it's really important to create that muscle-mind connection, meaning you're feeling the right muscle groups. You know, if you're doing this and you're just feeling a big stretch in the low back, I would highly suggest you reset, get both toes pointing straight, and just a little lean forward until you feel that stretch. We'll do the same thing on the other side with stuff like this. Again, 10 seconds, just feel that muscle group, just get some blood flow through there. And the idea of doing a lot of these things is just to help prevent injury. We're not going to do a lot of static stretching. This is really the only thing that I want to do. Number two, what I want you to do is, if you have a couch or a chair, you can also do this on the ground. Maybe I'll give a quick demonstration. But I want to put both hands onto the platform, a little bend in the knees, nice flat back. And from here, I want you to just try to round your back as much as you can. These are called cat-cows. And we'll go for 5 of each, so it's actually a total of 10. And then I want you to slowly try to look your head up, arch the back as much as you can, and then back into that rounded position. Tuck the chin in as much as you can. And this is a great way to just focus on breathing. It's great spinal health. It'll help you feel better throughout the day. This is something that you can do every morning if you don't want to do this full routine. And I understand, you know, if you have back discomfort, maybe getting into that arch position doesn't feel comfortable. So I would just stay in a neutral position and then go right back in to that rounded position. Nice deep breath out as you're trying to round the back. This is such a great stretch. And you're trying to pull that belly button up as high as you possibly can. Good. So from here, I always like to have people stay kind of in that same body position so we're not moving all over the place. But from here, I'd go both hands back onto that bench. You could obviously stand up in between sets. I like to put my hand on my head, not forcefully, just a nice light tap, and then I try to get the elbow down, and now we're trying to open up that side spine, your thoracic spine, the mid spine, I should say, and we're just gonna go for 5 reaches, trying to get that elbow up as high as you can, and you're breathing out as you're trying to open up. Same thing, we'll go 5 on each side, so it's a total of 10, trying to keep it as simple as possible. One more. Good. And then we'll swap over. Same thing. 5. Try to increase that range of motion with every single repetition. Always be slow and careful on the first 2 or 3. And if this feels uncomfortable, I just wouldn't do it. That's always my best suggestion for most movements. So don't ever be scared to emphasize breathing. I get that as a common denominator with a lot of clients is you're scared, especially if you're in a facility, you're scared to breathe, but breathing is so important because it's going to increase the oxygen consumption and it's also going to help brace your stomach. And last one, like I said, I like to stay in that same position. So from here, we're going to try to do, there's a few different variations here. I want to try to just do full bird dogs. Right arm, left leg, big reach. Keep that stomach as braced as you can. And what I mean by brace is you don't want to suck it in. The best way I can describe bracing your stomach on a movement like this, I have 2 young kids at home, and when I'm doing movements like this at home, they love to jump on my back. And, just think like someone's about to go jump on your back or place something on your back. That's the best way to think about bracing. It's that quick. You're trying to make sure that your stomach is as engaged as possible so that you don't injure your back. Good. 5 of those on each side. Great. Before we grab into our bands, we'll just cross the arms and just a little bit of balance here. I want you to slightly bend your knees and just let yourself fall forward so that we're really getting another stretch in the back of your legs. The posterior chain is extremely important. I do want to try to get you down onto the ground to maybe do 1 or 2 movements towards the end to work that posterior chain. Again, we'll go for 10 of these. If you're not feeling the back of your legs, you're probably bending your knees and rounding too much with your back. I would think about pushing your butt back like you're trying to hip check something behind you. You can even set up against the wall, and you don't have to keep all the weight on the heels. You can keep a lot of the weight on the balls of your feet so your foot is completely planted so you have good balance. And I almost think like I'm trying to reach for the ground and then pull myself up. Going for 10 of those. From here, let's go into our handy dandy band. Relatively simple. We're just gonna wrap it around the top of the knees here and get a little bit of tension in that band depending on the, there's light, there's extra heavy, there's medium. Most of the time when you buy something off of Amazon, they'll give you like a 3 or 4 pack so you have all different varieties. And you can use these for everything. You can do squats, you could do good mornings, which we just did if you want to get a little bit of tension in there. And you could use it for stretching on the ground. You could use it for doing bridges on the ground. So there's a lot of different options on how to utilize these bands. It's more than just putting them around your knees. But the idea of this, as I ramble on, we're going for 10 of these on each side. And it's a great way to strengthen your glutes. People think core, stomach, but if your glutes can turn on, if we can get them to fire up and engage, then that's going to help alleviate low back discomfort. If you're feeling a lot of low back here, we could do more Tin Man, where you're staying super upright and taking big steps, but you just want to make sure you're keeping tension within that band, all right? When you're finished with 10 of those, we'll put that band down, we'll put it onto the side, and then we'll grab one of these bands. I have a little bit of a heavier band here. Like I said, even if we just do what we did in the beginning with your body weight and just trying to open up like this, that's fantastic. But the main thing I want to stress here with pull aparts is we're trying to use the upper back and you're trying to use those shoulder blades to pinch back as much as you can. And we're gonna go for 10 of these. Now, when you pull this band into your body, it's more than just trying to rip it. You're really trying to use, it's really important to emphasize those shoulder blades on your upper back. When I worked in physical therapy, a really cool cue that I liked was you're pinching a $100 bill in between your shoulder blades and you're just trying to squeeze it there. Those are your shoulder blades. It's scapular health. It's going to help with your rotator cuff and shoulder range of motion. Let's get into a little bit more of the bulk here. So from here, I want to go into bridges. So we're going to lie down on a mat, on a floor, hopefully on a carpeted floor. And I want you to pull your heels into your butt. And from here, we're always going to breathe out as you drive that hip up as high as you can. Keep a little bit more of the weight on the heels with this one. And we're just trying to get that hip up as high as you possibly can. So again, we get back into the glute. And as long as there's no discomfort, it's okay to really try to engage and get that full range of motion. Get that hip up as high as you possibly can and get those glutes as engaged as possible in that top position. From here, this one's a little bit more advanced, so if you're watching this video and you don't feel comfortable lying down on the ground, I completely understand. But this is called a dead bug. This is a great core exercise. From here, you have a bunch of different options. Maybe I'll do a video on all the different dead bug variations. But we're just gonna try to drop both the limbs and then bring them right back in. And we'll go for 5 of these on each side. Notice how I take this hand for a few different reasons, more coordination than anything. But I'm trying to almost make sure that my stomach stays braced the whole time and I'm not arching as I'm dropping the limbs. And if this bothers your shoulder, you can just do one leg at a time, or vice versa. You could just keep the knees tucked in and you could just drop the arms just to start bracing that stomach while you're in this position. So we would go for 5 of these on each side. This is one of the best core exercises. Good. And you get up however you feel comfortable. It's okay if you have to slowly walk yourself up. I train a 91-year-old who's in this. The importance of getting down on the ground and getting back up is, there's that saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. And I think that's extremely true. So that's why I always try to have my older adults get down on the ground, even if we just do it once or twice, and then we stand up. Now, if you have a couch, we're going to do sit to stands. We're almost done. We've got 2 more movements. With the sit to stands, you have a few different options. You can go wider with your feet if you want to work a little bit more of the inner thighs, and you would sit all the way down and stand all the way up. And if you can do squats without the bench, that's incredible. You could try to go all the way down, and we'll just go for 10 of these. Nice deep breath in on the way down. And with everything that you do, including all the movements that we just did earlier, always make sure that you're going slow and controlled, and you're not jerking your body in different positions. Because the main goal is to get stronger over time. Last one. Good. So we did our pull-aparts. So we worked and strengthened the upper back. Now, if you have a counter and if you want to just pass through on this one, that's fine. Counter would obviously be way higher than this. You could use a couch, maybe something that's a little bit more sturdy for the wrist. But I want to go both hands on the counter. Brace your stomach as much as you can. That's why we did all those core activation drills. And I want you to slowly drop yourself down and try to go into 10 controlled push-ups. Nice deep breath on the way down, and then breathe out on the way up. Like you're trying to push yourself away. You're blowing yourself away. Go 4 more. And the cool thing with this is that you can modify it to your standards, meaning you could either go lower, you could do them on the ground, you could just stand on your knees, or you could bring yourself up a little bit higher and even just do a wall push-up where you would go all the way up against the wall right here and drop yourself through and try to drive yourself through. And then you can slowly start walking your way down on the wall so that this way we can strengthen the upper body. And there you have it, guys. There is, let's see, how long did this take us? That's about a 15-minute workout that almost everybody can do. Keep it simple, 8 to 10 reps so that we're focusing on strength and we're trying to get stronger over time. And I believe almost every single one of those movements are doable. You let me know in the comment section if it was or if it wasn't. The idea of exercise is to help get you stronger, not physically, but also mentally. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, if you liked it, please give me a subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and ring the bell for more notifications next time. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.